1200 the trip then for race number 2 at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. This is Class 5 action for the seconds, headed by Formula Galore, who drops back in class, as is Jing Jing King. With Formula Galore, they take the blinkers off as well. Sportsmaster, first up since November. Last time we saw him, he was second behind Dragon Dance. Triumphant Lord gets the blinkers off. Peace on Earth ran up behind Great Sun. Last time out, Rai Chu. And Responsibly from Barrier 4. He's a course and distance winner. Starlight off the inside gate behind Laugh Out Loud. Last time out, Nashashuk down the field behind Laugh Out Loud last time as well. And Leisured Feet, one of the two emergencies, gets the start here. Victor Wong from Barrier 11. Formula Galore, though, is the horse that's been up at Chung Fai in the last month. He came back last week on the 25th.
Yeah, hasn't raced since the 19th of December, but he's had a trial up at Chun Fa, and it was a fairly quiet trial, but I think from the barrier he'll be sort of just in behind the speed. Probably Triumphant Lord, Leisured Feet, the two to cross over. Wouldn't be surprised if Lotus Breeze actually matches them and tries to get across into a forward berth as well, and that should generate some speed. Might suit a horse like Rai Chu. Jing Jing King's another horse that generally likes to roll forward too, and Sportsmaster. So there does look to be some pace.
Yeah, it is Sportsmaster. He's had some suspensory issues, this horse, so he was scratched from his last start. He hasn't raced since November, in fact, but he's had a bit of work, and Regan Bayliss aboard from Barrier 2. Rai Chu, he generally fires up in the morning, and it's no exception here once again. He really likes to get on with it. Again, he's got a low draw, but he does get back normally, this horse. But he's had plenty of runs this season. This will be his 14th.
All right, so that's Rai Chu. We'll see him in a second. We're going to start off, though, with Starlet here with Leisured Feet. Starlet ultimately finishing in 4th place. He gets the inside gate here in Derek Long.
Both his runs have been good since moving to Paul O'Sullivan. He raced quite OK for Richard Gibson too, but he's been getting to the line well. He is a horse that's won at the Valley. He's got Barrier 1, so there's a couple of ticks there. Leisured Feet, early days, early doors. He looked a progressive type, but just hasn't eventuated for him.
No, he's gone backwards, hasn't he? But, yeah, I like Starlight in this race. I like him coming back to Happy Valley, where he's had the win. And as you've mentioned, Paul O'Sullivan's doing pretty well, the horse.
All right, Rai Chu and Nashashuk, the next two we have a look at. Those two returning to Happy Valley. Certainly Nashashuk was at Sha Tin last time out. They both were, in actual fact. We're looking at a run they finished 3rd and 5th, though, respectively, out the city. Yeah,
look, these are the usual suspects, aren't they, those two? These two, sort of, we see them quite regularly on a Wednesday night. 13 starts for Rai Chu, so he's a pretty fit horse. You can see him finishing off as he normally does. And Nashashuk's had plenty of starts as well. This will be his 9th. He hasn't done much this season at all.
No, he hasn't done much at all this prep. I made a case for him sort of 3 or 4 starts ago. Nashashuk, he's been disappointing. Rai Chu's a good, honest type. He can sit back and he can find the line OK, and with all the pace in the race, that might be his cup of tea.
All right, OK. One more to have a look at, and that is Formula Galore. We haven't seen him since just before Christmas, around the all-weather behind Golden Effort. This is up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, he's well rated. He's won once in Class 5, twice in Class 4. Has had a little bit of a setback, a splint fracture to his left front. But Casper spent a lot of his horses up to Chun Fa. Rivet's one that comes to mind that he's taken time with, been very patient. You can see this is a quiet trial down on the rail. He looks nice and smooth in his action. He'll go pretty close to winning, I think.
Blinker's come off. Yeah, he's one off a rating of 47. It's just his fresh-up record isn't good, that's all.
No, he looked pretty good there in that trial, I thought.
Zach Burton, Barrier 3. There's a couple of ticks there for sure, but Starlet the favourite at this stage.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him too, Starlet. I just think this could be his race. He's won off the one at Happy Valley before here. Yeah, another one that's won off a rating of 42. He's rated 28. He's only had 2 starts for these stables, so he's really well rated. As is Formula Galore, as Brett mentioned. Blinkers will come off him from his last start. He's rated 39 and he's won off 47. So going with a 2 well-rated horse. His Sportsmaster was very consistent before he had his issues. And his track work hasn't been too bad, so we'll take a chance with him. And Peace on Earth was a recent winner at Happy Valley, and it was a good second behind Great Sun, who then came out and won again. So good form, that one. 9-1-3-6.
This is quite a good competitive Class 5. I think there's a few you can make a case for. I'm going to shop for a little bit of value here with Lotus Breeze. Last couple of runs, 1650, 800, 1650, 1650. That's not his go. 1200 metres has always been his distance. 8-year-old, but I think all that additional fitness up his sleeve will hold him in good stead in what isn't an overly strong Class 5 to some extent. I know there's a few chances in it, but I think the old boy can run a bit of a race, so he'll be my value runner for the night. Rai Chu, Formula Galore, definite inclusions, those two, and Starlet as well. Paul's made a good case, so 4-8-1-9.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty open. Rai Chu, for me, might hold up an each-way price as well. I thought from a good gate might get his opportunity. He's only ever won in this grade, but off a slightly higher mark. So that's race number 2.